Hello and welcome to the I've Seen Everything Reaction Wrap-Up. My name's Andrew and I'm glad to have you here with me. This is where I share my thoughts, rating, and review following my most recent reaction or watch-along video. To find these reaction and watch-along videos, please visit @SeenEverything over on YouTube. Please be sure to click the follow button here on the podcast, and for those listening on Apple Podcasts, a rating and review would be greatly appreciated. And now, on to this episode's wrap-up for
the Doctor Who 2024 Christmas special, Joy to the World. Well, that was a beautiful Christmas special. It certainly got to me more than I expected it to. But I mean, I don't know why I should be surprised by that with Doctor Who. Doctor Who, when it's done well, and it often has been done well, at least as long as I've been watching it, they find people that are very good at cutting right through to the emotion of the moment, and Ncuti Gatwa is incredible at that. He's one of the best I've seen at this. I really think he's my favorite since David Tennant, which is fitting that Tennant actually handed off to him. But they've all been able to do that in different ways. Eccleston, Smith, Capaldi, Whittaker, they've all had moments where they've really cut to a core emotional place. For the Doctor or for the other people involved, they've examined something very emotionally resonant and difficult. It's as important a part of Doctor Who, I feel like, as is the exuberant joy of the show. No pun intended to this episode. But I think everyone did a fantastic job in this. You know, they do such a good job of creating depth so quickly. That moment with the hotel manager right before he faded away. We just met him, but just because of the way the characters played off of each other, the performance of Ncuti Gatwa trying to prevent him from dying, but also trying to bring him to peace if he was going to die, and the responses of the hotel manager. We barely got to see him at all, and that was still a moment that hit emotionally. So much of this episode actually taking place away from Joy, which I didn't expect. Anita being an incredible character. I think it's wonderful they have her working at the Time Hotel. I really hope we get to see her again. I don't even know how long that sequence was, but just something as simple as letting a person into your life, as opposed to just jumping from one place to another, to another, to another, just kind of rapid fire and never stopping, that being the Doctor's life. It doesn't give you enough of a chance to slow down for anything to mean anything. So being forced to stay there for a year, like you saw me, even at the beginning of it, just knowing the rhythms of this show and how the character works. Oh, he's got to find some way. He's got to find some way to get back there immediately. No, the idea that he might actually have to stop and exist in one place for a year just seemed so antithetical to who he is. But in truth, it was exactly what he needed. And that was what the future version of him knew, obviously, that the past version didn't, where he could say all of those really kind of self-aware things, but like, again, he talks about Joy's stuff kind of bubbling at the surface. That was obviously bubbling at the surface with him. He knew all of it, and it came out when he was angry. All of these things that he probably knew about himself that were shortcomings of his, things that he wishes weren't a part of him, and he had a chance to actually face some of them. I hope he'll face more. What is the value of being an immortal person, basically, an immortal being, if you're not going to actually take the time to live lives? You're not going to take the time to form meaningful connections with people and actually experience things. To go to a place not just for a few hours or a few days, but to spend some time there. I mean, we do get the sense over the course of Doctor Who that he has spent large periods of time in certain places, sometimes, not by his own choice. It seems like that's the only way that really makes any of what he can do mean anything, is the ability to truly stay and be a part of it and experience it. Trev was great. I wish we'd gotten to see more of him. It is sad that he's kind of gone, but also kind of not. He's part of the Star along with Joy, from what I understand. All the people that the case killed, basically. It was a very nice, self-contained, which all Christmas specials are, a very beautifully done little Christmas special. And it reminded me how much I've missed Doctor Who. But anyway, that's it for this surprise reaction here on Christmas. And to those of you who are celebrating, Merry Christmas. I hope you have a wonderful day. If you'd be so kind, please go ahead and rate, comment, and share this episode of the podcast. Really helps me out here. And I will see all of you on the next video. Thanks for stopping by. Take care, and happy holidays.
Thank you for listening to the I've Seen Everything Reaction Wrap-Up. Again, to find these reaction and watch-along videos, please visit @SeenEverything over on YouTube. Please consider following the podcast, and for those on Apple Podcasts, a rating and review are always appreciated. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I'll meet you here on the next episode.